As we approach your summer holiday, you need the best tech gadgets and apps to ensure that your holiday is a success. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you my 10 recommendations for the best tech in summer 2022. But before we start, a quick introduction as always. My name is Jonathan Edwards. I'm a business IT consultant from Yorkshire in the UK. We help businesses with their IT support and the cyber security. Now do me a favour, if you get any value from this video, please subscribe to my channel. So here in the UK, we've just hit the school holidays. Are you going on holiday this year? Maybe it's your first foreign holiday since the COVID pandemic. Well, in this video, I've decided to give you my recommendations for the best gadgets and the best tech to make sure that your holiday is a success. So without further ado, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's get into my first recommendation. Your holiday doesn't just start when you arrive by the pool. There's lots of careful planning and preparation in the build up to your holiday. And one of the most important things is what to take with you, what to pack in your luggage. Well, my first recommendation is an app called PackPoint. So with PackPoint, you put in your holiday destination, you put in the dates that you're traveling and the activities that you're going to do whilst you're there. PackPoint will check the weather whilst you're away and it will give you a handy checklist of all the things that you need to take. So I highly recommend PackPoint as my first recommendation. The next app that I'm going to recommend is one called FlightAware. Maybe this year your holiday means you're going somewhere far away and exotic. Maybe you're catching multiple flights and you've got to rely on multiple flight connections. Well, FlightAware can make this a little bit easier for you. FlightAware will give you live updates on flights, it will give you information on cancellations, delays, and even gate changes. Now, I don't know about you, but when it comes to holidays, I read quite a lot. I tried to get through 4 books in a 2-week holiday, and not every one of those books is a colouring book. But the problem we had last year is we had lots of books in our luggage, and when we got to Newcastle Airport, our luggage was too heavy and we ended up getting charged £70 in excess weight charges. So this year I'm all about the Kindle. But I don't want to take a Kindle device and my iPad. So my next tip is simply to use the Kindle app on the iPad. That way you've got access to a wide variety of your books and they're not going to weigh a single thing. Now perhaps books just aren't your thing. Maybe you prefer newspapers or magazines. But if that's the case, my next app recommendation might be one that interests you. There's an app called Readly. With Readly, you get access to thousands of different newspapers and magazines, all from your tablet device. Plus, with Readly, you get 1 month free. So perhaps your 2-week holiday, all that reading won't cost you a penny. Now, what about film streaming apps? Whilst you're away, you might want to stay in one night and watch a film. You might just want to binge on a Netflix series by the pool. Or you might want to entertain the kids for an hour and give you a bit of peace and quiet. So obviously, having Netflix and Amazon installed on your tablet is a really good move. Now, an extra tip here. Make sure you download your Netflix TV series or films before you board the plane. That way, you and your family can be entertained whilst you're flying, because obviously on planes, you don't have an internet connection, so you won't be able to stream films on Netflix. You've got to download them first. Now, just because you're away on holiday, you still might want to watch your favourite football team, or even something like Love Island. Now, Sky have an app called Sky Go. I've got it installed on my iPad. This means when I'm out and about, I can still watch my favourite Sky programmes. Now, unfortunately, Sky don't permit you to use Sky Go when you're outside of the UK. But there is a way around this. You could get a VPN service like NordVPN. When you use NordVPN, you will get a UK IP address, so Sky Go will actually work wherever you are. but don't tell them that I've told you that. So we're talking about all these apps and all these devices. These devices need to be charged. We're a family of 4, and on average, we've got 2 devices each. That's a lot of devices that need to be fully charged at the start of each day. What you need is a USB charging station. I bought one of these a few years ago and it's been invaluable. You can pick them up from Amazon for a relatively cheap price. When you buy a USB charging station, make sure that it's got both USB and USB-C charging points for the new Apple devices. The next recommendation is all about money. How do you handle your money whilst you're abroad? Do you take a lump of cash with you? Not very secure. Or do you use your debit or credit card whilst you're abroad and get all those unwanted fees? Up until now, there's been no great solution for this problem. Not anymore. Not if you use an app like Starling Bank. So Starling Bank is an online bank. I use it here in the UK for both personal and my business. But the great thing about Starling is when you travel abroad, there's no account fee, there's no fees when you withdraw money overseas, and there's no fees when you do transactions overseas. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Now my next app recommendation when it comes to holiday tech is the Tile app. The last thing you want to do when you're abroad is lose something, whether that's your phone, your wallet, or your car hire keys. So if you're worried about losing things, why not check out the app Tile? With Tile, you can buy little devices that fit into your wallet, fit onto car keys, and fit onto your luggage. And they all connect to an app on your phone, so you'll never lose anything again. The Tile app is great for when you're traveling. Now my final recommendation is all about internet security whilst you're abroad. Whilst you're abroad, you might want to work, you might want to check your bank, you might want to pay some bills. I get asked this question all the time. What is the best security I can put in place whilst I'm travelling, whilst I'm at hotels? Now hotels notoriously have weak Wi-Fi platforms. We're going to a lovely Greek island and we've been before, but the Wi-Fi code in our room is just our room number. And that is the problem with most hotel Wi-Fis. It's weak security, some have weak passwords, some have no passwords at all. So what can you do to improve your security whilst you're travelling? Well, you've got 2 options. The first option is you could turn your mobile phone into a personal hotspot, and then you could connect that hotspot with your laptop or your iPad. That would give you an encrypted internet connection. But that might use all of your data, and if you're traveling abroad, you might get charged these days when you're roaming. So the second option might be favorable. You could use a cloud-based VPN, something like NordVPN, which would go on your laptop, your iPhone and your iPad, and it will create a secure and encrypted connection to the internet. Your privacy and internet security really matter when you're traveling. And there's one final tip before I go. When you leave the office, make sure you put your out of office on your email. And you can even put an out of office now on your LinkedIn account. So finally, if you are going away this summer, I hope you have a great holiday. I look forward to seeing you again soon.